Hello, we are students from International Relations Group number 5. I am Polina Matova.
I am Regina, and our theme is Japan, China, and South Korea, the commonality and difference of their cultures.
The first country is Japan. Japan is a dynamic country with a unique history, geography, culture, and customs. Japan is a country in East Asia. It is a group of many islands close to the east coast of Korea, China, and Russia. The Pacific Ocean is to the east of Japan, and the Sea of Japan is to the west. Most people in Japan live on one of the 4 islands. The biggest of these islands, Honshu, has the most people. Honshu is the 7th largest island in the world. Tokyo is the capital of Japan and its biggest city. The Japanese people call their country Nihon or Nippon, which means the origin of the sun in Japanese. Japan is a monarchy whose head of state is called the emperor.
The next is China. China, an ancient, mysterious, and beautiful island, is always appealing to adventurous foreign visitors. China is a cultural region, an ancient civilization, and a nation in East Asia. The official name is People's Republic of China. China is one of the world's oldest civilizations. It has the oldest continuous civilization near Yellow River region. There is archaeological evidence over 5,000 years old. China also has one of the world's oldest writing systems and the oldest in use today. China has been the source of many major inventions. Geographically, China's longest river is the Yangtze River, which runs through mega cities and is home to many species. It is the world's third longest river.
The next country is South Korea. South Korea, officially the Republic of Korea, is a country in East Asia. South Korea occupies the southern half of the Korean peninsula, with North Korea to the north, China across the sea to the west, and Japan a short ferry ride to the southeast. About 25 million people, around half of the country's population of 51 million, live in the Seoul capital area. South Korea is an advanced country with large cities, high-speed rail trains, high-speed internet, and many television and radio networks. Many Korean television dramas are popular around the world, but there are still poor areas, even in South Korea. The Korean farmers are not rich and struggle to compete with cheap food from other countries.
Food cult in Japan. People are very obsessed with food in Japan. 70% of TV programs are talk about food. Everyone shares photos of food on their social medias. Many Japanese have only photos of their meals on Instagram. Spicy food. Japanese like spicy food, but mostly Japanese food is tasteless because they appreciate the true taste of the food. The Japanese don't put spices on their dishes.
Food cult in China. There is a cult of food in China. They can eat and talk about food endlessly. The most important thing is to be full. Spicy food. China is a multinational country, so the love of the spices depends on the region, but mostly they like super spicy food.
Food cult in South Korea. Koreans are madly in love with everything related to food. From Korean language, how are you? Literally translated as have you eaten? Also, mukbangs are very popular in Korea. This is an eating show in which a host consumes various quantities of food while interacting with the audience. Spicy food. Koreans are very fond of spicy. All food is spicy or natural spicy.
Now we would like to talk about tattoos. The Japanese have a very negative attitude towards tattoos. Previously, they were only made to prisoners. People with tattoos cannot swim on beaches and hot springs. Such people may not be hurt. An ordinary Japanese person will think that the person with the tattoo is related to the Yakuza.
Tattoos in China. In China, small tattoos are popular among young people. The adult generation is prejudiced against them. Therefore, it's difficult for people with tattoos to find a job.
Tattoos in South Korea. In Korea, tattoos are a trend and very fashionable. However, it is very difficult to get a tattoo legal in Korea. A tattoo artist needs to have a doctorate diploma. Tattoo parlors are usually underground. Young people have a good attitude towards tattoo, while adults do not.
Attitude to opinion in Japan. It is important for a Japanese to have a good opinion of him or her from others. It's difficult for a foreign to adapt. In Japan, it's difficult to integrate into society. For example, they don't want to rent an apartment to a foreigner. This is a mono country, so they always choose themselves and foreigners.
Attitude to opinion in China. In China, no one cares, but the opinion of parents, colleagues, and bosses is very important. However, it is difficult for a foreigner to adapt. In China, an Asian appearance is important for you to integrate into society, because there are many people in China. Also, there are many foreign areas where purely newcomers live.
Attitude to opinion in South Korea. There is the same thing in Korea, but the opinion about them in a personal meeting is important. That's like you can be friends in life, but a Korean can easily ignore you in social medias. This is difficult for a foreigner to adapt. In Korea, a foreigner is stranger. As for a job, if you are a foreigner, you will only be hired for creative specialties like model, actor, and mass media.
In conclusion, we would like to say that each of these countries is unique because the culture and mentality of the people is different. Thank you for your attention.